Good morning, Bohemian Warrior Princess, Motorcycle Clubhouse and Garage in the house. So, when I'm here working on my motorcycle, I get hungry sometimes. And I have a microwave, even though my dear friend Marcy does not, because she's an au naturel wonderful cooker. I have a microwave. And I have a little refrigerator. And I have a convection oven and, toaster, mixer, egg maker, one pan, hot plate. There's my electric skillet. Now this is my good bottled water, but the water that I use for everything else comes from the tap on the property. And this is like my good water emptied, and then I fill it up from the tap. There's my cup, son. Anyway, and there's more water down there. If it's down on the floor, it's tap water. If it's up on the shelf, it's drinking water that I use for coffee and making my broth or whatever. So I've got stuff here when I'm here, and I make dirty dishes sometimes. And here's my little dirty dish bucket, which is now empty because I've taken all the dishes out and sorted through them. This is going to be my wash bucket. That's going to be my rinse bucket. And here's my Ajax dishwashing soap, 25% free. I got this for $1 at the Dollar Tree. Now, the way to do your dish soap without just squirting it in there and filling up your bucket, I use one of my dirty tablespoons, and I use 2 tablespoons of dish soap. 2 tablespoons, and it makes beautiful suds. And again, 1 gallon of water, 1 gallon of water. So I can wash all these dishes in 1 gallon of water and 1 gallon of cold water to rinse them. Watch and learn and conserve. Okay, so I have a lot of single tablespoons because it just seems like all the recipes call for a tablespoon of this or that, and you only have 1 tablespoon when you get a ring of the measuring spoons. So there are 2 tablespoons of the Ajax dishwashing soap for $1 at the Dollar Tree. Now I'm going to heat up 1 gallon of water in the microwave and pour it in there, but that's not where it ends. Did you know that you can purify tap water with this easy chart, bleach to water ratio? 2 drops of bleach, 1 quart of water. 4 drops, half a gallon of water. 8 drops, 1 gallon of water. So I'm going to put 8 drops of bleach in the rinse water to purify it and to sanitize the dishes after I wash them and put them in there to be rinsed. That's a helpful thing to know, especially if something were to happen and you had to rely on tap water and you couldn't boil it. 8 drops of bleach okay. My phone shut off and that kind of threw me off, but yes, 8 drops of bleach per 1 gallon of water, and that would make it drinking water, purified. So, but I just wanted to sanitize the dishes and without having them taste funny. So the water is heating up, and I'm heating it up for 6 minutes. Now that's not going to make it totally hot to clean the dishes, but it will start the sudsy process. Now here is, I call it my soapy mixer. And what I'm going to do when the water is done in the microwave and I pour it in to those 2 tablespoons of detergent, then I'm going to turn this around and pour water into here and heat that up in the microwave until it is hot enough for the dishes but not hot enough to burn my hands, and then the dishes will be washed. Okay, the microwave has shut off, and I heated this water up for 6 minutes, and it feels fairly warm. I mean, I don't want to boil it. I'm scared that it'll explode in the microwave, and I'm lazy. I don't want to clean up a mess. There's that little pop. Okay. It feels pretty warm, you know, to the finger, but I don't want to keep microwaving it. But I'm going to pour it in here and get the sudsing process started. Look at those beautiful suds, okay? And now this isn't like hot enough like a dishwasher would be. But, ooh, sometimes the dishwasher leaves a funny film. See, now I got an empty bottle that I can refill at the Properties faucet. Ta-da. Okay, now we're going to reheat the water, but in a smaller capacity. Okay, so this was my coffee. And after I'm done with my coffee, I rinse out and take the label off and I use them. See, these are all my previous coffee cans and they got silverware in them. And they've got a paper towel at the bottom. So now I'm going to pour this water into this container slowly and reheat it for like 5 minutes. And keep doing that until this is hot enough for the dishes, but not to scald my hands. And then we're going to wash the dishes. Okay, I heated this for 5 minutes. Ooh, that's nice and hot. But, ooh, so is that. However, mixing with that bucket, it won't be like boiling hot. But I do need to use a little towel to keep it from burning my hands. Okay. Oops. Okay, so I'm going to pour that in. And it's steaming, it's making steam. But let me stick my finger in there and just double check. Sometimes, yeah, I think one more. Heat it up. We'll make that the right temperature. Okay, one more. Oh yeah, we are happy now. Look at the steam coming off. But wait, let me stick my finger in there because, oh yeah, okay. That will be hot on my hands, but I'll be able to stand it. Okay. Okay. There are 2 tablespoons of detergent in there with the 2 dirty tablespoons that need washing. So now I'm going to put in the silverware, but not the steak knives. I'm embarrassed to say how many. I got this at Dollar Tree, $1 plus tax, so figure $1.08. Got this one at Dollar Tree also. But I'm embarrassed to admit how many of these buckets I went through because I put the steak knives in there and it poked a little hole into the bucket. So the steak knives, see, here's the plastic. This is all fitting in there. Oh my gosh, it's so nice and hot. Okay? And that's what I'm going to start with, is just the silverware. And I'm going to wash those separately. And they can't go in the rinse water either. So let's get the rinse water and the 8 drops of bleach prepared. Okay, that is 8 drops of bleach. And 8 drops of bleach technically equals 1/8 of a teaspoon, and there is no spoon for that. So I put a 1/4 teaspoon into the bleach bottle and just let it drop 8 drops, and that was it. So now I'm going to add a gallon of water to that. 1 gallon of water rinse, 1 gallon of water. That, see, look at how soapy that is. Ooh, and it's nice and hot. And we'll be doing this in one shake of a lamb's tail, and I'm the lamb. Okay, and I like to use a steel wool scrubber. I got this at the Dollar Tree for $1, of course, but actually there's 3 in the package. So this is 1 of 3. So that's like 33 1/3 cents, and then some. So unless I'm doing a Teflon pan, I use this, and it gets into the crooks and crevices and cleans everything. Okay, so this is the first batch of dishes, and they are in the purified, sanitized water right now. And I've added some more dishes there. Now I need this space to make my drain area. Now this is a big old bath towel that needs to go to the laundromat. I mean, it's not dirty. It dried off, clean hair, clean body. But I'm going to fold it, and then I'm going to put that on top of it and put it right here so that I can drain the dishes and air dry them or wipe them with a clean dish towel. Okay, so what I'm going to do is stack those and put them back into the dirty dish bucket just to make room. Okay, now even though this needs to go to the laundromat, all it's going to do is grab water. Nothing's going to touch it. And so now I'm just going to reach in there because this water is nice and cold. And you do want to rinse your dishes in cold water because cold water gets rid of the soap. I ate at a friend's house and everything tasted like soap because she washed them in hot soapy water and then rinsed them in hot water, and they had a soap residue. So cold water rinses off the dishes, and then I just stack them and let them dry, or I'll dry them. So I'm going to do that and get another load started. Okay, this is like the silverware. And when you wash silverware in the dishwasher, for some reason, I don't know if people put it in handle first, but they should, because as it cleans and rinses, anything that didn't get clean is just going to end up on the handle. But when people put it in, these guys down, ooh, what if there's still food and dirt on them? So I think this is for glasses, but I find it convenient to just stack the silverware standing up and let that dry. And then I'm going to wash these and put them in there, and then again from there to there to there to there. 2 gallons of water, 1 hot and soapy, 1 purified sanitized bleach. So okay, now I got another load of dishes rinsing off, and again, the cold water and the bleaches will get that off of there. They're nice and sanitized, and I've got a couple of things in there soaking. So now I'm just going to take my towel and finish drying all these and put them away. And there's one for my knives and one for my forks and spoons and utensils and scissors and a whisk. But yeah, knife, spoon, and forks have their own. And then all the flippers, the cooking tools, and scissors and cheese slicer and cooking brushes are in their own. And it's like a little one inside of a big one to keep them from flipping over, because my meat tenderizer is heavy. It's metal. The dishes are finished. These are the last 2. How clean is that? How clean is that? And look at how much soapy water I have left. And it's not that dirty. If you want, you can cover this with a towel and heat it up later just to spot, clean, whatever. And there's the rinse water with just a little bit of soap film, but none on the dishes. And that's it. Pioneer women used to wash the dishes and their clothes in the same creek water. Wonder if that made them sick. But the #1 killer of pioneer women was getting caught on fire. Their long skirts would catch fire in the kitchen fireplace, and they'd try to run down to the pond, and they wouldn't make it. And that's a Houston Chronicle history trivia. Okay, thanks for watching.